So we're now going to turn our attention to the insightful research that's been done on the impact of the Opti15 CBD patches, which are manufactured by AXXESS Healthcare, a product that I find extremely useful for my patient base. Dr. Sharif, if we could hand over to you to present the key findings, please.
Thanks, Dr. Marsden. I'm here to talk about a really interesting study that Dr. Antunes has done, looking into the impact of CBD patches that it has on its consumers. Just for a bit of background, CBD is derived from the cannabis sativa plant, and it can be taken either orally, topically, or inhaled. This study looks at the topical preparations. In terms of methodology, this was a questionnaire-based survey that was carried out in the northeast of the UK between April and August of 2024. It was a structured and specifically designed questionnaire that was used by 2 trained telephone interviewers. Suitable individuals were recruited from a sales database. Now, the participants that were recruited, they all used AXXESS Healthcare CBD patches, and these are a matrix-type patch applied over a 24-hour period, and the doses range between 16, 24, and 50 milligrams. The questionnaire responses were then analysed and independently looked at by Oakham Research UK. So in total, there were 205 participants that were recruited, and we found that the overwhelming majority, 92%, were using the patches for pain relief. Majority, 72%, were over the age of 45, and there was a female preponderance. Now, what did the results show? So we found that 69% of the participants reported a reduction in musculoskeletal pain, and even more astounding than this was that 74% of participants observed an increase in daily activities. Now, this was really interesting to see, as that involves activities such as walking down the stairs, going to the shops. So seeing that 74% of participants were able to do this, where previously they might have had difficulties or weren't able to do this, has a really big impact on quality of life and overall well-being as well. Interestingly, we also saw that participants associated CBD with pain relief, relaxation, and anti-anxiety as well. So drawing conclusions from this study, we can see that consumers of AXXESS Healthcare CBD patches found a really positive effect and impacted their lives in a really significant way, mainly with their activity levels increasing. This study adds to the already available body of evidence out there about what the CBD uses are. However, further quantitative and basic research is required to determine a dose-effect relationship and see whether there's a particular dose that has the best impact on consumers. But this was a really interesting study to see. We also found that 79% of participants reported that the patches were easy to use and were satisfied with the information and the instructions provided. So that was really nice to see as well, that they had those conceptions about AXXESS Healthcare CBD patches. So that concludes the study that I wanted to talk about that was conducted by Dr. Antunes.
Thank you, Dr. Sharif. That was a really good look at a very insightful study, and also interesting to see that the official data corresponds with the anecdotal evidence that we get from clinic and our patients too. So absolutely fascinating studies. Thank you.